like I am a god. Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god.
A fucking god. Let's get to it, guys. I'm Sharpie's Bets, and this show's still sponsored by Prize Picks. So if you haven't already, go on over to Prize Picks. Use that promo code PubSports. Why? It's not just like smashing the like, guys. It's like fucking saying thank you, Sharpie. It's like saying thank you, PubSports. And I know you don't want to thank me after yesterday. I get it. But trust me, I felt like fucking shit. I lost a grip load of money, and then I had to deal with some family fucking problems this morning. So when you lose 3 bets by 1.5 strikeouts, bro, that fucking hurts. All by the gosh damn hook, bro. Like, and I like hookers, not last night. Last night, the hookers were not on my end. I'm not here to make excuses. I bet my own fucking plays. But I don't understand 2 of those guys getting pulled. So, is what it is. Life's a bitch, then you marry one. And shout out to the chat, guys. Without you guys, there is no me. So, smash the like if you already haven't. And let's get to the motherfucking money. Shout out to LJ in here every fucking day, giving y'all winners too. And yeah, let's just keep that train rolling. Shout out to my boy Underrated, Cheshire Cat, and the crew. Underrated, guys. If you don't know already, go follow the guy. The guy's a legit rapper from California. If you smoke herb, you should probably check him out because you're going to dig him. And he's got a show. He's got a song coming up for this show. We're going to have a badass fucking intro coming into this now. And yeah, we get more and more legit every fucking day. So it's get back day, guys. I already cashed with you, Darvish, on the Dirty K earlier this morning, but then just pretty much going to throw it away because the 2 half-unit bet that I bet are pretty much fucking trash. So, we're starting the day off like it's fucking all right then. So it's time to get in line and make some money. I do have 1 Dirty K I bet in these afternoon slate unit bets going on too. So let's get to it, and shout out to you guys once again. Christian Javier at Cole Irvin. Astros at A's. Christian Javier is 6-5 with a 3.13 ERA. He does have a home 2.55 and a road 4 ERA. Once again, he's going to be on the road where he technically is worse at. But a 4 ERA isn't fucking bad, guys, at the end of the day. 4.5 ERA is 3 runs through 6 innings. Bet you didn't know that. Ha! So, let's talk about it. Mr. Not Going 6 innings. That's his name, guys. That's what we're going to call Christian Javier. He's only gone 6+ innings this year. No bueno, guys. So, bank on him not going that long. He has 10 walks in his last 3 games. Damn. That thing is, that's his bugaboo right there, guys. He is walking people at an alarming rate. But even with that, he has a 1.06 whip. So it's like, you're not fucking hitting this guy. He's just allowing you on by walks. So when I dig through it some more, in the month of July, he's allowed 12 hits and 10 walks. Pretty much, guys, a base runner per inning, guys. So he doesn't allow the walk to bug him. And he just gets right back to work. So definitely not too worrisome. What is worrisome, 5 of the 12 hits were home runs in July. So if you are looking for a prop later on, we're going to talk about a prop. If you're looking for a home run prop, he is home run prone, and especially over his last few games. So definitely worth taking a shot on it. May 31st, he played Oakland, in Oakland, 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run with 4 walks and 4 strikeouts. He does average 2 strikeouts more on the road. We have him on the road, and he dominates right-handed batters, striking out 15.3 per 9 compared to 10 strikeouts per 9 versus the left-handed side. But even 10 strikeouts per 9 versus lefties is good. Excuse me. But he's definitely a type of guy where you need to check the lineups, and the more righties in, the better, because he has a nasty wipeout slider, and righties just can't fucking see it or hit it. So definitely lineup worth a check. So when I run these numbers up to the numbers to where they were back on May 31st, they were walking 6.7%, now walking 7.4. They were only striking out 22.7, now striking out 25%. 246 average with a 254 average now, and a 689 OPS to a 746 OPS. And their ISO's jumped up to a 180, which is actually really good. 180 is considered good, guys. 140 is average. So this team is hitting the ball a lot better, but they are striking out a little more. And They have shown to be patient in this series. They have shown to be super patient. So running Christian Javier today is going to need him at his props. It is at 8 plus minus 132 on Prize Picks at 7 plus minus 152, and his fantasy scores at 38.5. I'm going to need to see the lineups before I pull the trigger on him because I need 6 right-handed batters in there at least in that 5 innings to feel comfortable with him getting that amount of strikeouts. So they do have it up because of what he's done over the last 8 games. He's averaged 8.1 strikeouts per game over the last 8. The guy has been fucking that dude. And that's where they put his prop at. So even though it seems a little high, that's just his average. And we ain't scared when we look at a guy's average. There's no alarm bells ringing. It's pretty much, can he control his walks today? That's the question. If he has low walks, it's going to be high strikeouts for him. A lot of walks, we're going to be not in that game long. So that's the question you need to figure out with Christian Javier. Do you trust this guy to pitch where he does average 2.5 strikeouts more on the road? Then on the other side, it's Cole Irvin, 5-7 with a 3 ERA. 3 ERA for Cole Irvin? Like, woo, that's ace shit right there, boys. In 17 games, he does have a home 1.63 ERA compared to a road 4.79. And we got Cole Irvin at home, guys, where he loves to pitch. The only fucking thing is he's played these Astros 3 times this year, including a back-to-back on July 10th and 15th. It's July 27th. This is just the 3rd time in 3 weeks, let alone 4th time in the year. And he's dealt versus them every time, guys, going 5.2 innings the first game and going back-to-back 6 innings. 2 earned runs the first game and 1 earned run the second game. Like, that is beast shit, guys, at the end of the day. And this ain't the Astros team that we remember. Yes, they hit Robbie Ray last time out, but Robbie Ray's a 2-pitch pitcher. And other than that, they just haven't been hitting lefties like we remember them. Now, they do not strike out to lefties. Now, this would be a great type of prop bet. If you're looking to run somebody head-to-head, fade Cole Irvin today, guys. The Astros really don't strike out to the left-handed side a lot. And seeing this guy 3 times in the same month just goes towards him not striking out people even more. So definitely somebody, if you're looking at playing head-to-head today, he's someone I would look at fading. I'm not the under guy, so I'm not going to bet his under, but this is, to me, would be a spot where it just screams under, even though he can go another 6 innings and just not strike these guys out and keep doing what he's been doing. The first game, it was, 5.2 innings, and he had 1 strikeout? That's the Astros for you guys. So at the end of the day, they don't strike out the lefties. And they shouldn't be striking out to a guy they just seen this many damn times. So definitely be looking at fading some Cole Irvin today in this K part department. His strikeout prop is 4 plus at minus 124. It's fucking low. They know. 3.5 on Prize Picks, and his fantasy scores at 21.5. I can't even look to fading that fantasy score. It's either over fantasy score or not for me right there. And I have to say not with how many times he's about to see him. Like, the Astros should smash him today, guys. But at the end of the day, it's baseball, and what should happen doesn't always fucking happen, unfortunately. It is what it is. Life's a bitch, then you marry one. So let's talk a little more about it. These Astros numbers versus lefties, they're walking 5.9%. Trash. They're not striking out, like I said, 18.8%, with a 238 average and a 678 OPS and an ISO of a 151. They're bottom 10 to middle of the pack in every hitting category. Yes, they don't strike out, but they're not walking either, which can be an issue at times. So definitely not looking at backing Cole Irvin, but wouldn't be surprised if he goes out there and just does what he's been doing to these Astros all year, and that's keep putting his dick in their mouth. So hopefully the Astros snap out of it, and they should technically. So no run first inning is at a minus 135, and both bullpens over the last 30 days have been elite top 5. Yesterday, I smacked the live under once it went over, and I got me a little money back. But Astros have the second best pin with a 2.72 ERA over the last 30 days, and the A's have the 5th with a 2.90. At the end of the day, now we got to talk about props. We were talking about Christian Javier, guys. At the end of the day, over the 12 hits he's given up in the month of July, 5 of them have been the home run ball. And Ramon Laureano, he's the best hitter on the A's, and he's one guy that I've given out numerous of times on the show. And to people who know me, like, that's one guy I like to run. Ramon Laureano is a beast, guys. Just watch his swing. He's like got a Joey Votto type swing. Really low, compact, has really good control of the strike zone. And he's just a gaffer, guys. And the dude's got legit fucking power, and he's a kid. This guy's going to be a stud. If he's already not a stud, he just plays on a crap team. But at the end of the day, he has 2 home runs and 14 plate appearances off of Javier, batting .286. And like I said, he's a little home run prone. So I'd be looking at him over 1.5 bases, sprinkle the home run, Gotta put a little sprinkle dinkle on the thing. And then on the other side, you think with how many times they see these guys, a lot of these Astros would have some really good numbers off Cole Irvin. And no, the only one who has really good numbers is Yordan Alvarez. Yes, I said Yordan. It is Yordan. I get it. But on this show, nah, dude, he put his dick on the table way too many times to be calling him Yordan. So go do the damn thing like you've been doing, bro. He's got 1 home run and 12 at-bats, batting .500 off of Cole Irvin, guys. And that's lefty on lefty. Like, you're not supposed to hit lefty on lefty like that. He sees the guy really well. And, yeah, definitely if you're looking at playing an Astro bat, that's who I'd look at. And Ramon Laureano on the other side is a damn man-child. So shout out to the chat. What up, Nut Plush, my guy? Nice to see you. Don't see you when you're often. Appreciate the support. Andrew G, what up? What up? Armchair MMA, appreciate you, my guy. And let's get to it. More money to be made, more games to talk about. And I got a half unit bet on one of these and a quarter unit bet on the other. We'll talk about what book you have. If I recommend the half, or if you want to bet the full unit, that's on you guys. I'm just telling you what I bet. Marlins and Reds. Braxton Garrett, 2-3. With a 3.42 ERA and 9 starts, the number 7 overall pick in the 2016 draft. After not going 6+ innings in his first 5 games, he's gone 6+ innings, 3 out of his last 4 games, with 5.2 innings being the other game. So this guy's starting to fucking hum, and I like that. I like a back-to-back with the Pirates, guys, who we all know they just can't hit lefties, and he dominated them. 11 and 7 strikeout games back-to-back. Okay, now you got my attention. Maybe I should have had your attention a little earlier, though, bud, because as I dig through it, we're getting fucking some love right here at the end of the day at this 5+ minus 136. It's 4.5 on Prize Picks. And I think they did move it up to a 5 before this show started. So I did give it out on Prize Picks. But I did bet him, Garrett, 5+ minus 136 for a half a unit today. And I don't hate it if you want to go the full unit. This is just my first time betting on a guy. So you got to earn my trust personally. I've got rules, bro. I'm not just going to be like, here you go. Here's my monies. But if you're looking at backing him, dude, I've got way more stuff to go through that says back him. So after the 2 games with the the team who can't hit lefties and the Pirates, he faced the Nats and the Mets. Now, 2 things about those 2 teams. They are one of the best contact teams versus lefties. At the end of the day, they really don't strike out. They can at times. They can have a bad game here and there. But if you go through their game logs versus lefties, they're just 2 of those teams that just put bat on the ball a lot. And he had 4 and 5 strikeouts in that game. And then he ran into a team with some really bad numbers, and the Full dominated them. Guess what? These numbers from the Reds, they're worse than the Pirates. Bet you didn't know that. Let's get into it. Pirates, guys, when he faced the Pirates the first time, before he struck them out, the day before he struck them out, what were their numbers? 7.9 walk percentage, 25 strikeout percentage, 242 average with a 726 OPS and an ISO of a 175. Every which stat is worse on the Reds except for walk percentage. The Reds are walking 10.4%. They're striking out 27.5%. 232 average with a 687 OPS and an ISO of a 122. This all sets up for a Braxton Garrett ladder spot if you're looking to ladder somebody today. I mean, I'm just trying to trust the guy for my first bet, so I'm putting a half unit on him. But everything says Braxton Garrett should deal today, guys, and then don't hate you if you're looking to back him. When I dig into his scouting report, he has a mediocre fastball, 91 miles per hour. He's not going to blow nobody by. He got picked number 7th overall because of his curveball. That is his best pitch, and it is elite. It's a legit power curve, a true 12-6 action with legit bite. The guy will get plenty of swing and misses off that curveball. He's got a solid changeup, too. It's about 82 to 85, and it's got really good late fade action to it, but will be a lot better of a pitch if he can get his fastball up just a couple miles per hour. Then it'll play a lot better. So Right now, the guy's going to get a lot of swing and misses off of his curveball. He will get hit hard when he falls into fastball counts. And it's just something he's going to have to go through. His fastball does have some horizontal movement, but like I said, with a couple more miles per hour, it will have a lot more. So his projections are pretty good and are actually through the roof type shit. So Braxton Garrett, you're going to see some of my money today. Shout out to the chat, guys. Smash the like if you haven't. Only 15? Like, what type of disrespectful shit is that? I tell you to smash the dislike, but they don't even care for that shit. So, smash the like, guys. Come on, man. And let's talk about Luis Castillo. And this is where I get screwed by only having like a local in Bovada. And I know a lot of you guys do have good books and legal books out there. So we're going to talk a little bit of legal book action here, too. Luis Castillo is 3-4 with a 2.77 ERA in 13 games. He has a home 3.6 ERA and a road 2.09. Both of those are fucking great. And to have a 3.6 ERA in this bandbox of Cincinnati is just elite. This will be Luis Castillo's last start in Cincinnati. Before I talk about that, I'm going to talk about another thing. Yesterday was the last home game for the Chicago Cubs before the trade deadline, and Happ and Contreras were crying in the dugout, hugging each other. And this is why I love baseball, guys. At the end of the day, these guys grow bonds like you cannot break these bonds. You're with these players for a long time, 9 months out of the year, dude. You fucking become really good friends, closer than brothers at times. And now they're both going to get traded. So at the end of the day, it was good seeing that. And Luis Castillo has been nothing but the ace of the Cincinnati Reds fucking team over the last 7 years, 8 years, guys. He's been nothing but great to this team. And this is going to be his last game in Cincinnati. Now, can it be a little emotional for him? It can be. But I still expect him to deal today. At the end of the day, he is Luis Castillo. So, bam, let's get to it. After starting the year on the injured reserve, 8 of his last 9 games have gone 6+ innings. He's averaging 6.75 Ks per game his last 8 and 7 strikeouts his last 10. They have his strikeout prop at 7+ minus 103, 6+ is at minus 157. And this is where the legal books come into action, guys. If you have FanDuel, I believe, and if Croc, if you're in here, my guy, what book has Castillo 5.5 at minus 140? Because he brought that to my opinion that he had a book with that. So there's a lot of places out there, guys. If you're able to line shop, you probably should line shop. But there are some alarm bells going off in this game for me. It's his last game. It could be emotional. It's his last game. They could pull him at a smaller pitch limit. Like, at the end of the day, they don't want him getting hurt. He is big trade chip piece right here. Him and Frankie Montas, the best 2 pitchers available, other than the whole Detroit Tigers team who just went up for sale. So I already got my opinion on the Detroit Tigers team. I think if Tyreek Skubal really is that guy, I think he is. I think the Tampa Bay Rays are going after him, guys, and they will unload for that guy because they will turn that guy into the ace we need him to be. So somebody that can coach up pitching, guys, if they grab that monster man-child of a kid and fine-tune him, we might be seeing 7.5, 8.5 on that man one day. So, yeah, I think Tyreek's going to go to the fucking to the Rays, in my opinion. But let's talk about Luis Castillo. Alarm bells, guys. Why are they giving us a 5.5 on some books at minus 140 when this guy has 6+ strikeouts in 8 of 9 games? He's averaging 7 strikeouts over his last 10 games. And this team just ain't damn hitting. So there's some alarm bells going off here. So I'm gonna say half unit bet on the 5.5 minus 140, just because of a lot of those alarm bells. But Luis Castillo has done nothing but been money for us. We've backed him a lot of times. And we were getting 5.5s a lot. They did jump it up to 6.5 versus the Yankees. He hit that. And now why is it dropped back down to 5.5? Alarm bells? A little bit. But Luis Castillo is a legit ace 4-pitch pitcher. The only thing is he has 2 speeds. So you can time up the 2 speeds. He has 2 fastballs. He has a 4-seam and a 2-seam. Granted, it's 2 different pitches, but it is a fastball. And he throws it about 97, 98. Then he has a nice slider and a wicked changeup. And they're both around 89, 90. So if he ever learns how to just dissipate the speeds, just 3 different speeds, it's just, that's Shane McClanahan. That was Kershaw at his fucking best. That's Otani, guys. Like, guys with 3 speeds. Oh, shit, guys. Those are the guys we like to bet on around here. So, definitely, definitely love me some of that. So, Castillo is just played the Marlins last year. 7 innings, 8 hits, 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts. And he gets a team that's not walking 6.7%, striking out 22.4%. That's good. But they're not hitting the ball. 235 average, 575 OPS, and an ISO of a 0.47, guys. Like, that's the lowest ISO I've written down in the history of writing shit down. Miami is not seeing the goddamn ball at all. So, once again, how do I not bet Castillo? Well, I told you I couldn't go full unit, but I've got a quarter unit bet him because my book has him at a 7 plus minus 103, and that's where I'm going to take him at for a quarter unit bet. But if you have those legal books and you can get him for 5.5 minus 140, I definitely like that. This guy at number 6 just hits that too many times. It is a little fishy, but that's why just don't go hard on it. Just a half unit bet. That's what I'm getting at. And then you can learn shit every day in baseball. And I learn multiple shit every day in baseball just by watching stuff with the volume on. And I know my guys were doing the Contender Series last night. And shout out to you guys who made some money running with them fellas on the Contender Series with Pub Sports. But I like to listen to my fucking baseball. You learn a lot. And now I learned something that I'm going to fucking bet the next day. Why? I just read you everything on Braxton Garrett. Wicked fucking curve. Good changeup. Mediocre fastball. Well, I learned a gold nugget. Everybody go get your notebooks out. Here you go. Sharpie's going to give you some information that's going to help pay some bills. Brandon Drury, guys, we're taking him over 1.5 bases at minus 104. Why? League average versus a breaking ball OPS, which OPS is your power numbers, is around 320. Brandon Drury and Paul Goldschmidt are in the 900s. 900 OPS versus the breaking ball. And this guy relies on the changeup and the curveball with a mediocre fastball. This is going to be a day for Brandon fucking Drury, guys. Let me tell you about that. And Jonathan India's hot too. If you're looking at an in-game parlay, I'd take Jonathan India, 2 hits, runs RBIs, and I'd take Drury over 1.5 because, I mean, it can happen, guys. Yeah, I'm on the guy's K-pop, but you can still get whopped. And, yeah, I think Brandon Drury gets him today, guys. At the end of the day, both pins. Reds pin is trash, 25th with a 5.07 ERA over the last 30 days, and the Marlins pin is 12th with a 3.36 ERA. No run first inning is at a minus 130 in this game. Shout out to the chat. We finally got 22 likes. 22. Smash the damn like if you haven't. Got to get the 30. Mando, man. Mando. We already got 33 in here. Hit the share, hit the retweet, and let's get to the bacon, as my homie KP would say. Cardinals and Blue Jays. Adam Wainwright versus Kevin Gausman. And man, oh man, are they trying to get me with Kevin Gausman right here. Man, why can't I get my 5.5? Why? I know you guys with legal books can get 5.5 minus 150, and I will give that out as a half unit bet. But once again, my book has him at 7 plus minus 102. Now, I have him for 8 today, and I'm going to still put me a little quarter unit bet on that 7 plus right there, guys, because at the end of the day, we'll talk about it when we get to Gausman, but we ran him the first time versus the Cardinals when all the numbers said no. We got it. Once again, numbers are like lawyers. They don't necessarily tell you the truth, and they don't necessarily lie to you. It's our job to figure it out, and sometimes you just got to get the right lawyer, bro. He'll lie for you. Let me tell you. Boy. But Adam Wainwright versus Kevin Gausman, a tale of 2 different pitchers going 2 different ways. Adam Wainwright 6-8 with a 3.4 ERA. He does have a home 2.01 ERA and a road 3.38. 3.38 still good. He's just elite at home at the end of the day. Mr. Reliable hasn't been so reliable. 2 of his last 6 starts has gone 6 plus innings. When 8 of his last 9 leading into that, he went 6 innings or more. So maybe he needed the All-Star break, but coming into the All-Star break, the dude was getting freaking salamied around and no bueno. So let's talk about now who he's got to run into. And we talked about it yesterday, and we said Palante was going to get destroyed. And Adam Wainwright, all these numbers say you're going to get destroyed too. Now, you are an ace. You are a beast. You can have a good day, and I wouldn't put it past you, but there's no way I can bet on you. These Jays right now it's either Blue Jays or over. However you want to bet it, I cannot try to fade these bats, in my opinion. 7.9 walk percentage. That's actually high for the Blue Jays, which is not even league average. They're not striking out 18.6. That's pretty much where they've been at all year, and that's over the last 200 plate appearances. What's freaking absurd, guys? As a team, 387 average with an OPS of over 1,000 and an ISO of 200. My good God almighty, are these Jays humming? Yes, they damn are, and I'm not trying to run into it. Adam Wainwright's K-prop is 5+ minus 102. 4+ on Price Picks, and that's at a minus 137, and his fantasy score is 23.5. If you are looking at his K-prop, okay, fantasy score, throw that shit out the window, guys. These Blue Jays are just too damn hot. They can swing and miss at times, and if his curveball's going, he can have a good strikeout day, but I'm not trying to run a fantasy score up with a team that can put you up for 5 runs in any given inning. So let's talk about Mr. Nasty, Kevin Gausman. 7-7 with a 3 ERA in 18 games. And he has a home 3.67 ERA compared to a road 2.34. 3.67 still good, but Roger Centers, once again, does allow a little bit more runs. He's coming off of a shutdown performance versus the Red Sox with 10 strikeouts. I called that shit. I told you I was going to have 8+. It was at 5.5 last week, and I know some people I respect in this gambling world that were on the under until they talked to me, and they didn't bet the under. Let me tell you that. So definitely got some good reads on Kevin Gausman this year, guys. There's only been one time I played him where he didn't fucking hit it, and he got hit with a comebacker in the second inning, and he was well on his way to getting it. So, once again, all the numbers say do not play Kevin Gausman versus these freaking Cardinals. We already know they're missing Arenado. We already know they're missing Goldschmidt. So when I run these numbers up with where they were at when they had Goldschmidt and Arenado to where they're at now when he played them back on May 24th, and he dealt versus them. He went 6 innings, 4 hits, 0 earned runs, 2 walks with 8 strikeouts. Beautiful. So, they were walking only 7.2. They are walking 10.5% now. You don't walk people often, guys. Let's talk about that. Kevin Gausman does not walk people often. 17.8 K percentage when he faced them the first time. Elite. 20 strikeout percentage right now. Still good, guys, at the end of the day. They were hitting 279. Now they're at 248. 791 OPS with a 758 now and a 176 ISO compared to a 179. So their power numbers are pretty much the same. Their averages dropped off, and their strikeouts got up just a little bit. But those numbers actually have Goldschmidt and Arenado in there, guys. And at the end of the day, this team without those guys is just – I would have played them with them in there. So at the end of the day, 5.5 on – I believe it's FanDuel, Croc. If you in the chat, my guy, let us know where the 5.5 minus 150 is at. And, yeah. If you get minus 150, I will get them at a half bet, but because of the 7+ and how shitty I've been after yesterday, I'm going to have to go just a quarter unit on the minus 102, but I think he has another game with that 8+ again in him, guys. At the end of the day, this guy's elite, and he's got some really swing and miss shit, guys. That splitter is one of the nastier pitches in baseball. No run first inning is at a minus 115 in this game, and over the last 30 days, both bullpens have been good. Cardinals with a 3.26 ERA and the Jays with a 3.14 ERA. So definitely 2 good pins. We got Kevin Gausman, who's been humming, and Adam Wainwright, who just hasn't been so reliable over 2 of his last 6 games. So I just can't I can't expect him to get good now. And if he does, cool, so be it. But I'm not fading him personally. So the one bat we got to talk about, and I had to bet it actually. This is a prop that I did bet. Over 1.5 plus 112. Shout out to my guy Tone. I know you in the chat. Smash the freaking like if you guys already haven't. And I was bullshitting with my guy Tone this morning, and I was like, hey, who's the hottest Blue Jay right now? He goes, Teoscar fucking Hernandez. So I go look at Teoscar Hernandez, and I'm like, you goddamn right. And he goes, yeah, I know. So shout out to Tone, guys. he really do be hitting these fucking hitting props like a motherfucker, dog. I'm a pitching prop guy. I do hit on my hitting props, but I'm known for my K props. Let's just be real. I'll be honest as they come. Like I'm not here to bullshit you. I'm not here to sell you fucking something that ain't being sold. I am that dude with strikeout props. So, Teoscar Hernandez, since the All-Star break, he has 8 hits with 18 total bases in just 4 games. Oh, yeah, I'll take him over 1.5 at plus 112. Get the fuck out of here, please and thank you. Give me a guy who's got fucking multiple hits a game. You know, and he's hitting for fucking some power right now. Yeah, any J you're looking to run, I can't hate. But once again, you got to realize you are going up against a bullpen as well. I expect Adam Wainwright to get hit. St. Louis does have a good bullpen, but Blue Jays are humming at the end of the day. They're like, Shout out to the chat. Smash the damn like. Not even 30. Can't even get to the dirty 30. So we got a dirty K though in this. Since we can't get the dirty 30, we'll just talk about a dirty K. Yankees and the Mets. Domingo Germán versus Max Scherzer. Domingo Germán made his first start out last week versus the Astros. And he got hit around like he likes to hit women. I can't back this piece of fucking shit, guys, if I wanted to. Why? Well, half the fucking team wanted him off the team last year, guys. So if the team doesn't even want to play for you, I can't fucking bet on you. At the end of the day, he is going to be on a pitch count. Last week, he was on a 65 pitch count, and he's just a big old fucking piece of shit, in my opinion. So, yeah. But when your own team can't fucking don't want to play with you, like I said, I can't put my money on you. He did face a team like the Mets, like he's going to face this week, as in the Astros, as in 2 teams that are really good at making contact and 2 teams not really striking out. So once again, another guy, if you're looking at fading in a K prop today, I look at putting him in a head-to-head versus somebody. He's not going to go past 75 pitches, and he's going up against a team that makes really good contact, and he only had 2 strikeouts in 3 innings after getting hit around by those Astros last week. So definitely don't see more than a strikeout per inning, and wouldn't be surprised if it's a lot less. So definitely a guy I'd be looking at to fade, but I'm not the guy who bets unders. I bet overs, and we'll talk about the guy I do bet overs on. He's going up against a team that isn't hitting really, though, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does have a good game. 9.8 walk percentage, 23.1 strikeout percentage, 236 average with a 292 OPS and an ISO of 138. Bottom 10, the middle of the pack right now, and this might just be the game for Domingo Germán to get right. So as I tell you to fade him, maybe think not, guys. At the end of the day, I read into these numbers, and these numbers say he should go 5 innings. So like I said, that's why I don't bet unders. The shit I do and everything works with doesn't really correlate to unders, because I start looking into it and I'm seeing, well, wait, I'm seeing this guy can be out there 5 innings. And I just know the Mets are one of those teams that do swing, that don't swing and miss, and they will put the ball in the plate more often than not. Then let's talk about my guy, your guy, our guy, all of our guys, the one guy you all came here for, the dirty kid, Max fucking Scherzer. 7.5 strikeouts, minus 127, 7.5 on Prize Picks, and his fantasy scores at 36.5. Max Scherzer 6-2 with a 2.28 ERA in 12 games. He has the same home road splits, and he does average 2 strikeouts for more on the road per 9 than he does at home. And he dominates righties, guys. At the end of the day, 12.6 strikeouts per 9 compared to 11.1 versus lefties, but still really good versus lefties. So lineup proof, I don't give a fuck about what type of lineup you put out there versus him. Max is the man, and we already know at the end of the day, 6-26 to 8+ strike. Okay, Max is 6-2, seeing the first team this year out of not seeing anybody twice throughout the year when I go through his game logs, to having 8+ strikeouts. The only 2 times he did not hit 8+ strikeouts were his very first 2 starts of the year. Kind of when they were watching guys' pitch counts. Okay, well, he's going up against a team walking 9.8%, striking out 23% of the time. Oh, no, wrong team. They're walking 10.7%, striking out 22.3%, 244 average, 764 OPS with an ISO of 182. Middle of the pack average, top 10 OPS ISO. I mean, and top 10 ISO. So this team does hit home runs. We get it. They got dudes who hit home runs. They've got the dude who goes, all rise, and then just hits a fucking yopper. And we'll talk about him later because probably hits another yopper tonight. But I don't care if you hit a yopper. That's just going to piss Max off even more. So going through his shit, 8+ strikeouts, six out of 8 times. The only 2 times, like I said, was in the first 2 games of the year. And coming off the IL, his last 4 games, 25.1 innings, 18 hits, 5 earned runs with 39 strikeouts. Played the Yankees last year, 7.1 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run with 1 walk and 14 strikeouts. Woo! Mad Max, go out there and do the damn thing for us today and get fucking dirty and put some of these dudes to sleep. So, I'm on me some Mad Max. 8+, -127. Please and fucking thank you. No run first inning is at a -130. And the Yankees pin and the Mets pin have been both top 10 over the last 30 days. Yankees with a 3.24 ERA and the Mets with a 3.05 ERA. Now we got to talk about the guy who's probably going to take him y'all Yapo Taco, Aaron Judge, guys. All fucking rise. He has 38 home runs, and by the night, he might have 39 or 40, guys. This guy's a fucking beast, and if Mad Max does what I think Mad Max is going to do, which is challenge him, because Mad Max ain't afraid of fucking nobody, and he's going to get yapped, bro. If you fucking miss your spot to a guy like him, you get yapped. We called it with fucking Machado versus Mad Max last week, and it happened, guys. It's just baseball. You can look at Stanton today for over 1.5, Judge for over 1.5. One of these big yapping dudes, guys, are going to yap this guy's head off today. Max Scherzer will give up a home run. Hopefully it's a solo shot. He might give up 2 solo shots. So definitely he ain't fucking Jesus Christ when it comes to not giving home runs. He is Jesus Cristo when it comes to striking people out, and that's what we will be on today. So, 30K, guys, is Max Scherzer. Over 7.5 strikeouts, -127. And my half unit plays will be on. If you can get Gosman at 5.5, -150, cool. I'll do a quarter unit on the 7+. Or if you can get Castillo at -140 at that 5.5, cool. If not, take it for the quarter unit at 7+. I did give you the reasonings why I was a little afraid on those guys. So if you want to go back and listen to them, go ahead. If not, just do the damn thing and let's get to the prize picks. Prize picks today, we got to run Max, guys. At the end of the day, I'm going to bet them with my money and I'm going to bet them on prize picks. I don't like where they had his K prop for Castillo. I believe they had it at 6 or 6.5, but he's going up against a team not hitting, and I expect him to be out there 6+ innings like he has 6 out of his last 7 starts. So give me Castillo's fantasy score in his last start at home and let him go out on a good note, please and thank you. And then on the other hand, Braxton Garrett's fantasy score is just too low, in my opinion, to a team striking out a fuck ton and a team just not hitting. I expect this guy's K-prop to hit. I am on him at a half unit today, and I expect him to go out there and deal. So Braxton Garrett, go show him why you're the number 7 overall pick in the 2016 draft. Shout out to the chat. Smash the fucking like if you haven't, and it looks like most of you hadn't. So, until next time, let's fuck these bookies up today. It's Get Back Day.